Hello, online crew. It looks like I'm having technical difficulties again. I'm just trying to resolve a problem here, so just bear with me. I'm just trying to pull the live up. Hang on. Anyway, how are we going? While I'm sort of messing around here, I just want to share. It's really hard to concentrate and talk at the same time, but I'll get there. Today, I want to talk to those of you that are feeling a little bit stuck. What I wanted to, is this working? Hang on. Group. Hang on. I got to concentrate on what I'm doing. So, whoops, that didn't work. So, if I go there and I go there and I go there, now supposedly I should be live in my group as well. So I'm not sure, but I'm hoping that I'm live in my group as well. Sorry about this. And I hope I'm not confusing people with when I'm going live. It's just every second week I'm having my, I don't know if that's working. Oh, well, I'll just keep going. I can share it afterwards. Every second week is when I have my chemo treatments, and I've had a chemo treatment this week, and I just can't go live the day after, which is normally when I go live. So that would have been yesterday. So I just need to give myself 24 hours after the chemo treatments before I can go live. So every kind of second week until I get through my chemo, I'm just mixing it up a little bit with when I go live, which is today and tomorrow instead of yesterday and tomorrow, if that makes sense. So thank you for bearing with me while I have my chemo treatments with when I turn up live, because I just have to adjust accordingly. So let's get back on track. I don't think I'm live in my group at the moment. I'm not sure. I'm just having a little technical difficulty there, but I should be live on Instagram, on my Facebook business page, and on YouTube. And I'll share it into the group after if it's not showing up live there. But if you're a little bit stuck in this business, if you are seeing other people in this industry, in your company, flying along, getting results, and you're not, what I want to share with you today is what could be keeping you stuck, and more importantly, what you want to do about it, which is something that I really had to pivot with and adjust, and I still need to pivot and adjust with all the time, because it doesn't matter how much kind of personal development you do, or how much work you do on yourself. We always have doubt that creeps in. We always have things that pop up that keep us doing from what we need to do. Like, we're all human. No one is perfect. And even the leaders that you look at that are getting all the results, even myself, who's been like number one enroller in my company in Australia and New Zealand for the last 6 months in a row. Well, last month was number 2. We'll see how we go. Well, May, June. We'll see how I don't know the June results yet. But, doing really well. We still all have doubts and fears and things that could potentially take us out of the game. We just don't let them take us out of the game because we think differently. So I want to help you think differently. And if you're a little bit stuck, some of the things that might help you kind of overcome that. Okay. So I hope I'm making sense. Hey, Jody, thanks for saying hello. So there's 2 different types of people in this industry. And if you look at people in your company, there would be heaps of people that are succeeding and getting results and getting sales and attracting team members. And then there might be you, and you're really trying to do all the things. You're working really hard, but you're not kind of getting the results. Now, there could be a number of reasons for that, but there's one main reason, and I'll always come back to this. There's 2 things that you need to master to be successful in this industry. That, 1, your mindset, and 2, the skill set. So there's the skill set of, especially if you want to build online, there's like how you do things, how you create content, how you show up, how you do a reel, how you do a story, how you create your brand. There's all the skills that you need to learn. And then there's your mindset. Like, I'm not kidding. 90% of your success in this industry is the mindset piece. Okay. And this is kind of what I'm leaning on today with the way that you need to think and the way that you need to catch your thoughts. Okay. You can always learn the skill. And if a lot more people thought about this industry like a bit of a career, which is what it can become, um, you might think a little bit differently about the skill that you need to learn. You think about anybody that goes into any profession. So somebody that learns to be a nurse, somebody that like a tradie that learns to be a carpenter, or anything anybody does, it takes time to learn the skill to do the thing, right? This industry is no different. If you want to be successful online, it takes time to learn the skills to be good at it. You can't just expect to do a few posts or show up and brand yourself in a certain way and expect to get results like in 6 months or even a year. Like, you need to learn the skill of building a business online and give it time. So that's a mindset shift as well, is just understanding that, like, it's not expected that anybody does really well online straight away. You've got to earn that. You've got to earn your sales. So there's the skill that you need to learn. The thing that I want to talk about today is, what's the difference between somebody that does well and somebody that doesn't? And it's not really the skill. The skill helps. You can learn things and get better at them, but it really comes down to, and I really want you to listen to me when I share this with you, the stories that you tell yourself every day about what you can and can't do, what you can and can't achieve, how you're showing up online, the results that you can and can't do. The story that you tell yourself sets the lens for your life. Now, hear me out. There are things that you are telling yourself that are keeping you stuck, that are just simply not true. And what I mean by that, there's things that you would say to yourself like, I'm not good at that. I'm not good looking enough to be on screen. Or I'm not confident enough yet to do that. Or, like, I've got a whole list of them I wrote down yesterday. I'm too old. I'm not confident enough. I'm not good on camera. I don't know enough. The market's too saturated. It's too expensive. My products are too expensive. No one's going to buy them. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. Who would listen to me? I don't have any credentials, so who would listen to me? I don't have enough success yet for people to listen to me. I'll wait until I get more knowledgeable with the products. I'll wait until I have more of a product experience. I'll wait until I become more confident. They're all stories that you're telling yourself that are not necessarily true. When you use the words, I'm not, you want to catch yourself straight away. Straight away. Because you're telling yourself a story that's not necessarily true. When you say to yourself, I'm not good enough, who would listen to me? Is that actually true? Of course it's not. Of course you're good enough. Of course you can learn the skill. And things like, well, I'm not confident enough. Maybe not now, but if you keep telling yourself the same things of what you're not good at, you will fight for your own limitations. You will prove yourself right every single time when you keep telling yourself a story of something that you're not good at. Am I making sense? I promise you, you will fight for your own limitations when you continue to tell yourself a story about something that is not actually true, but you keep telling yourself that thing, so it keeps coming true. You know how this works. What you focus on, you get more of. Oh, another bill came in the mail. I'm always getting so many bills at the moment. There's so many expenses at the moment. Guess what? If you tell yourself that story, another bill is going to show up. You will attract more of what you tell yourself. So my question to you is, what's the story you are telling yourself about your business, your customers, your potential, social media? Some of you, it might just be, I don't have enough time. And maybe that's the story you keep telling yourself. That is absolute crap, and it's not true. You do have enough time if you prioritize it. You're just not prioritizing it. Plain and simple. So do you see what I mean about the story you tell yourself? And if you continue to tell yourself that same story over and over and over again, it will be true for it, like that's how it will play out for you. But it's just a story. It's just something you tell yourself, but it will become true because you keep telling yourself the same story. And for some of you, if you're using the time issue, I don't have enough time for my business, that is not true. It is not true. You do have enough time. You are just not time blocking. You're not prioritizing your business. You will prioritize whatever you need to prioritize. Take me in my journey over the last 2 months. Suddenly, I get headaches for 8 weeks. What's that all about? I think I have a sore back and a sore neck. I go to the physio for 6 weeks. It doesn't get better. I go to the doctor. One thing leads to another. Oh, you've got SLE. You've got lupus. Oh, and that's caused stage 4 kidney disease. And oh, now we're going to put you on chemotherapy and a million medications. Has my life turned upside down in the last 2 months? Yes. What's the story I could tell myself? It's time for you, Helen, back off your business. All the rest of life. There are so many things I could tell myself. Don't exercise at the moment because your body needs rest, whatever. I'm still exercising every single day. I'm just moderating what I'm doing. I'm still building my business every single day. I'm eating healthy. I'm prioritizing what I need to because I know it's so important to be so healthy to get through, my treatments, things like that. I prioritize what I need to do to get where I need to go. The story I could tell myself is very different. Are you understanding where I'm coming from with how important the stories are that you tell yourself that are actually potentially not actually true? I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. You'll find the money when you need the money. Your car breaks down. You don't have money. You'll find the money. Something with your health happens and you need to buy something for your health, you'll find the money. Like you'll find the money when you need the money. You'll just find ways. So you can find money when you need to. You can sell things. You can do. There are choices. So your own story that you tell yourself, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. I'm not good at going live. I don't know how to do this. Well, change that. Flip that. So the whole point to that, we can talk about what you're maybe not doing and the stories that you're telling yourself, but how do we change that? The reason why I talk about these things is you can't change anything that you're not aware of. So the reason why I talk about these things is to help you raise your level of awareness, because you are run by your subconscious and you are doing things and running by a lower level subconscious, and you don't even realize you do the things you do. You don't even realize the things that you say because they're automatic to you. For you to say, I don't have enough time, I don't have the money, I'm not good at this, or I don't know how to do that, or whatever, you just do it automatically because that's already set, ingrained in you, in who you are, unless you actively change it. So why I continue to talk about these things all the time is to raise your level of awareness that you can change things, but only if you're aware of them. So the first thing is you've got to be aware of the stories that you're telling yourself. So the next time you say to yourself, I don't have enough time, or I'm not good enough on camera, or I can't do that because, or I'm not good at whatever, you need to pick yourself up on it straight away and change the language. Stop telling yourself you can't do things, you're not good at things, because it's just a story that's in your head. And the more you continue to tell yourself that story, the more it just plays out for you. And you are wasting days and weeks and months and years in that thought pattern. You can change that. At any time in your life, you can change the direction of where you're going. You can completely change the direction of your business. You can completely change the direction of your health. You can change anything. But the very first step is catching your own thoughts, because they're automatic. They're coming from your subconscious. They're happening anyway. And most people are not thinking about what they're thinking. Does that make sense? You just think what you think. But you need to actually catch your own thoughts and go, no, 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 no. I'm not telling myself that story anymore. I'm not telling myself I can't do this anymore because I can do this. And I'm going to find ways to do this. And it's just a story that I'm not good at this. I can be good at this. I can learn the skill. I'm absolutely capable of doing it. If she can do it or he can do it, I can do it too. Change your language, change the thoughts, change your life. And this is what most people don't realize about their life is you are thinking things without even thinking about it because it's coming from your subconscious, but you're not catching it and you're not changing it, and you will stay in the same pattern for the rest of your life unless you catch it and you change it. It takes hard work, and it doesn't it doesn't take 5 minutes or 5 weeks. It takes months to be able to do this over and over again, to change the way you think, to change your results. Okay? So, happy birthday, Debbie. Good to see you on. Mine used to be my hair doesn't look great today to do a Facebook Live. There you go. It's just a story you're telling yourself. And at the end of the day, no one really cares what your hair looks like. Like no one cares. I talked about that last week. Yeah, it's all an excuse. Time blocking helps you daily. I'll go back to it again. You all do have time for your business, but you're either telling yourself a story that you don't have time, or you're actually subconsciously avoiding your business because it makes you feel uncomfortable. Because you're not doing things, you're not taking the action often enough to get comfortable and get more confident. The only way you get more confident with things is to take the action scared, and then like you build confidence. But most of you are waiting to feel confident before you do things in your business. You're waiting till you feel more confident to do a live or do a reel or do a story. Like you're sitting back because you don't feel confident about it. But the only way you gain confidence is by doing it. So unless you do it scared first, you never actually build the confidence. And so you're just wasting so much time. And the little stories that you tell yourself in your head, I'll do it tomorrow. I don't have time today. You do have time today. You're just not prioritizing it today. You're doing the washing, you're doing the cooking, you're scrolling social media, you're doing all the things but because you're not time blocking and you're not prioritizing on it. You do have the time. And like, me and my health journey the last couple of months, isn't it funny how you've suddenly got time to go to medical appointments and chemotherapy treatments and this and that, whatever. You just have to make time. So think a little bit differently about, prioritizing your business and make the time. Scarlett, I just said that this morning to my partner. The reason I'm not doing enough post is I keep telling myself I haven't got my makeup on. I don't look good enough. And it's just a classic. Thank you for sharing that, Skyly. It's just a story that you're telling yourself. You're telling yourself you don't look good enough, which you would. You'd look fine. All the things we tell ourselves, they're all excuses and they're just stories. And no one really cares if you've got makeup on. No one really cares if your hair is done the right way. I mean, I get up every morning and I make sure I get up early enough to have a shower and put a face on and, I actually sleep with my hair up too. My hair very rarely comes down, but I take it down and then I put it back up again just to make it neater. Like I make time in my day because it makes me feel better. Like I just make the time. There's actually many a time, you guys would never know, where I've turned up live and I haven't actually taken my hair down and put it back up from the day before. And I haven't actually taken my makeup off from the day before. Don't get me wrong, I do wash my face every night, but sometimes I don't take my eye makeup off. And so I can go live the following day with the previous day's eye makeup on and the hair from the day before. And you guys wouldn't never know. Like it doesn't matter. It's just a story that you tell yourself, but it holds you back from doing the piece of content, from growing, from somebody seeing your piece of content and resonating with it and sending you a message. You put a call to action down. You're just stalling everything by the stories that you tell yourself. So Let's get back to the solution, because that's most important. Change the story. So how do we change the story? You got to catch yourself first. You got to catch your own language first. I can't go live because my hair doesn't look good, or I haven't got a makeup. Like, that's for the ladies. Or I don't have enough time, or whatever. It's like, no, well, I've actually got a 20-minute window between here and here. I'm just going to get it done. And just get it done. Like, stop making excuses and sitting in your excuses. It doesn't get you anywhere. The leaders that you look up to, they don't make excuses. They just get, you know what, done. They just don't make it as many excuses as you do. You're just making more excuses than that. But the first thing is catch your own language. When you're thinking things like, oh, I can't do that, or I'm not good at that, or I'll do it later, because catch your own language. So that's the first step. And then flip it. It's like, no, I'm not thinking that way anymore. I can do it. When can I do it? Not, I don't have time. It's like, no, when can I fit it in? Change the language, change the story. If you can change the stories in your head, I guarantee you will change your complete life. This is a life thing. This is not just a business thing. This can help you in all areas of your life, whether that's your own health, the way you look, your weight, your exercise, your diet, your finances, your relationships. Maybe you don't make time or put in the energy into, your relationships. You can make time for anything that's important to you. So just reassess what's important to you. So if your business is important to you, make the time for it. So catch your language, flip the language, and take action. Okay, that's what you need to do. So I just hope that listening to this video helps you just catch some of your thoughts. That is the starting point. Don't expect to be a completely different person just by listening to this discussion. But the very first point is catching your own stories that you tell yourself. What are you actually telling yourself? And I would encourage you to ask and question your own thoughts. Is that actually true? So when you're telling yourself something, I don't have time, I don't have enough money, I'm not good enough, I don't look at, I don't look good enough, I don't have enough makeup, I don't, all that kind of stuff. Is that actually true? Ask yourself and go, well, actually, no, that's just a story I'm telling myself. It's not the truth. Some of you are telling yourself you're not good enough. Is that true? Of course it's not. Of course you're good enough. You just haven't got the confidence yet, maybe, because you're not taking enough action to build your confidence. Do you see what I mean? Okay? So I'm going to leave you with that thought. And what am I talking to you about tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow, what I'm talking to you about is I've actually had better results in my business lately. And a lot of you know my journey over the last couple of months by posting less. So I want to share with you how I'm getting better results for posting less, and what I'm doing with that. So tomorrow's live might be really helpful, sort of continue this discussion as well in what you need to do. So food for thought, have a really high level of awareness of the stories that you are telling your head, especially the stories that are not true. So catch your thoughts, ask yourself, is that actually true? And then flip it and take some action. You can do it. Okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.